Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Blue 42, set, what?
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome to episode 16 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a recap of the game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. But to start off with, I want to do a big Duval. Huge win by the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Tennessee Titans, 20-7 at home. This was so satisfying because, this matchup has just been terrible. I felt like the Titans have always had our number, have beaten us a bunch of times. So this was just amazingly satisfying for me. Gardner Minshew played a great game. A rookie quarterback. He just played really, really well. I'm very impressed with his performance, stepping in for Nick Foles after he went down. And this was just really great. Our defense played awesome as well. We had just a great game. Defensive line, took down Marcus Mariota and just really kept the pressure on the whole game. So it was awesome to see. So let's jump into the game a little bit here. From an offensive perspective, Gardner Minshew, our second string quarterback, 20 for 30, 204 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So that was awesome. And then on the receiving end, our wide receiver, DJ Chark, 4 receptions, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. He's really progressing just very well this season. D.D. Westbrook, 5 receptions for 46 yards. Chris Conley, 2 receptions, 30 yards. James O'Shaughnessy, my man, tight end, 2 receptions, 18 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Jeff Swaim, the other tight end, 1 reception for 8 yards. This was really good game for our wide receiving core. There's a couple of drop passes by our wide receivers. I believe it was one by D.D. Westbrook in the end zone, which was a little unfortunate. And then there was one to Marquise Lee that could have been probably a touchdown if he broke away there. But, all aside, the wide receiving core did really well this game. On the ground, running back Leonard Fournette, 15 carries for 66 yards. He had one really big breakaway running play where, he was given the ball, the whole kind of collapsed, and then he did a spin move, and I think he ran for about 40 or so yards. It was an awesome run, so really awesome to see Leonard Fournette progressing on the ground. And then, we had Gardner Minshew. He had 4 carries for 18 yards, and then D.D. Westbrook had 1 carry for 4 yards. On the defensive side, our defensive line just played amazing. 9 sacks total. Calais Campbell, our defensive end, 3 sacks. Josh Allen, our rookie defensive end out of Kentucky, 2 sacks. Dwayne Smoot, 2 sacks, our second string defensive end. And then Taven Bryan, had a great game. 1 sack, so nice to see him progressing, especially after the last game with the Texans. And then Leon Jacobs, our linebacker, he had a half a sack, and then Marcel Darius, our defensive tackle, had a half sack as well. I would say our secondary didn't play as well. There were some big pass plays that they gave up, so I really would like to see a lot more improvement from them in the next game with the Broncos, but the defensive line really showed up, putting a lot of pressure on Marcus Mariota, and he ended up, just being flushed out of the pocket a lot. But, the issue is going to be in the next game with the Broncos, making sure that they keep the pressure on Joe Flacco, because Joe Flacco's kind of slow. He can't move out of the pocket real well. So, for the next game, we really need to keep the pressure on Joe Flacco. From the special team side, Josh Lambo had 2 field goals, so that was awesome. He's been really good so far this season. And then Logan Cook had a really nice punt inside the 20. He's just been, playing really well this season. Past couple games, he had some amazing punts against the Texans. So, he's just been doing a real good job. But, I think I wasn't impressed with the secondary play. I'll go back to that again. I mean, they were just giving up some big pass plays. Ronnie Harrison and Jared Wilson, they really need to step it up in the next game. Because they gave up some big third down plays that were, I was like, really, you're going to give up those big pass plays? They look a little confused. There was some improved play from AJ Boye. That was good. He had one big pass deflection in the first half. So I think the secondary again really needs to improve. I hope Jalen Ramsey. I hope that whole situation gets squared away and he starts, playing better. But defense looked great this game. No complaints there. Just the secondary needs to play better. Let me know how you feel about this game. Leave a comment on the podcast episode or the YouTube video. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JaguarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.